Hello Gaudi class and welcome to today's maths lesson. Now for the last few days we've been looking at tally charts and pictograms. Today we're going to look at block diagrams, which are slightly easier. The only problem is they're really easy to do if you've got square paper. So you might struggle a little bit if you're working on plain paper or lined paper. You might want to draw columns if you're working on lined paper to make it a little bit easier for you. But I am aware that if you were at school with maths books, it would be much easier, so I'm sorry. So in the playlist below, there is a video that shows you what a block graph is and how to draw one. So if you could pause this video, watch that one, and then come back, that would be fantastic. But a block video is exactly a block picture is exactly what it says it is. It's made of blocks. And we all know what a block is. It just goes up and up on top of each other. So if we like building blocks. So what we're going to do is we're going to use these blocks here to build ourselves a chart. So we need 4 green blocks. We are literally just going to put in 4 green blocks, one on top of each other. And like I said, if you had square paper and you were at school, then all you would do is you would colour in 4 squares, and then you would know that you've got your 4 blocks. Yellow, we need 7. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. It'd be a lot quicker to colour in than it would to move these things over. 5, 6, and 7. And red, we need 10. Yeah. So we're going to move 10. And then I'm going to show you how you read a block chart as soon as I have done. This is a wobbly tower. This one would fall over. And I've got to make sure. So I've got 7 because that matches. 8, 9, 10. Right. So the way you read a block graph is you look at where the block ends. So you look at the top of the block and then you go over to find the number. So if I wanted to know where this one ended, I would go over and I would see it ends at the number 7. So my top block goes with the number 7. My top block here goes with the number 4 and my top block here goes with the number 10. So reading block graphs is much easier. So here's a block diagram. We have got, so what we're going to do is we're going to fill in our chart by counting how many blocks there are filled in. So first of all, pie. So we can see we've got 1 pie. Pizza, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks filled in. Fish, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks filled in. And pasta, we have got 1, 2, 3 blocks filled in. So that's what we use a block chart to fill in, like our totals, isn't it? Right, so let's have a look at the questions below using this block chart. And the good thing about our block chart is we don't have to worry about a key. There is no key. We don't have to worry, are we counting in 5s, are we counting in 10s? We are just counting in 1s. Phew. How many snakes are there? So let's find the snakes and let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you very much. How many lizards are there? Let's find the lizards and let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many more alligators are there than turtles? So we're going to do exactly the same as we did with our pictograms. There are 2 ways we can do this. So we can count the turtles. We've got 2 turtles. And we can count the alligators. So we've got 5 alligators. So we can do 5 take away 2. And that's 3. Or we can do exactly what we did last time. We can look at the turtles is smaller than the alligators. These are the 2 we want. So we can do a line at the top where they meet. And then we can just count what's above the line. 1, 2, 3. That's the difference between our alligators and our turtles. So there are 3 more alligators than there are turtles. Doesn't matter which method you use. Now it's your turn. Challenge 1. Here is a block diagram. So you have got to answer the 3 questions. Which colour is the most popular? And the most popular one is going to be the one that's the tallest. It's the one with the most amount of people So which one's tallest? Don't even need to count. Don't need to look at that. Just which one's taller. How many people chose blue as their favourite colour? So you're going to find the blue and you're going to count how many blocks you've got. Or you could look across the top of the blue and see what number it comes to. And which colour is the least popular? So if the most popular is the one with the biggest tower, then the least popular is the one with the smallest tower. So you're going to look for the one with the smallest tower. Challenge 2. Here is a tally chart. First of all, you're going to check that your tallies match your totals, that your totals are correct. And then what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to draw a block diagram. Now, this is going to be a little bit more tricky because if you've got square paper, it's going to be fantastic. If you haven't got square paper and you've got lined paper, then like I said, maybe you can draw columns down your lines. I haven't even got lined paper, I've got plain paper. So I'm going to draw my numbers up the side, and I've got to go all the way up to number 9. So that's 1, 2. So if you've got lines, you can draw those on your lines. 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, and we're going to keep going. 8, 9. I'm not going to do that one. And then you're going to draw your blocks. So I've got scissors, I've got glue, and I've got pens. So this is going to be my line of scissors. Whoops, this is good. Oh, that is not a good line. That's my glues, and that's my pens. And I've got to colour in. So I'm going to look for my scissors, and I've got to colour in 4 scissors. So I'm going to do it up to the 4. It's a bit cheaty. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm just going to colour those ones in. A beautiful colouring. Then I'm going to draw my blocks for my glues and my blocks for my pens. Okay. Challenge 3. So here is a pictogram of the cats, the big cats that Mo sees at the zoo. So check the key so you know, and maybe write your totals to help you. So Dora has tried to show the same information on a block diagram. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to check whether or not that block diagram matches that, that pictogram. And remember that when you use a block diagram, you are only counting in ones. So I think that might give you a clue as to what has gone wrong. And maybe you could complete the block diagram, or you could just tell me how many squares. If you don't want to draw a diagram, then you could just tell me how many squares she's got to colour in. And our extension question. So this one is a bit of a tricky one. We've got a block diagram, we've got a pictogram, and we've got a tally, all showing the same information. So what is the same on these and what is different? And unlike yesterday, I'm not going to tell you the answers. So what is the same and what is different? And I will see you for our next lesson.